Hi, I am Sarah, and I am 24 years old. I recently got married to the love of my life, Mark. We met at work 2 years ago, and after dating for a while, we decided to tie the knot. Mark introduced me to his mum, and I could feel a special bond between us. He always took care of me and made me feel comfortable in their house. However, it seemed like his mum, Victoria, was a bit upset, almost jealous. We had planned a dreamy wedding like something out of a fairy tale, but when it came time to make our plans a reality, my mother-in-law, Victoria, started imposing her own ideas on us. She changed my dress, the venue, and pretty much everything else. It made me really sad. One day, Mark and I were sitting in a cafe and my sadness was clearly visible on my face.
Hey, is everything okay?
Hey, actually, your mum changed our wedding venue.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know about that, but the church she chose is also nice, right?
I know it is a good church, but we had imagined a different wedding with my dream dress and a beachside ceremony. She's just changing everything.
I did not realize it was affecting you this much. Don't worry, I'll talk to her today.
But she might think I asked you to talk to her.
It's okay, honey. This is our wedding and I understand your dreams. I'll convince my mother.
Okay. Mark and I went to talk to his mother that day during dinner. Mark brought up the topic.
Hey, Mum, I think we should have the wedding at the beach.
Why? Did you not like that place?
It is beautiful, no doubt,
But your fiancé wants a beach wedding? I had dreams about my son's wedding. What is wrong with that? I only have you and this girl has already started manipulating you.
Please, Mum. It is not like that. It's Sarah's wedding too, and we planned everything together. It will be beautiful. Do you not want to see us happy on our special day?
Oh, is that how you will find happiness? Pushing your mum away. Fine, do what you want.
The dinner ended there. Mark said his mum would be okay in some time, and we started planning our fairy tale. Our wedding was beautiful, just the way we imagined, but his mum kept showing that she was unhappy throughout the ceremony. I moved in with Mark, and even though his mother lived in a different place, she would show up every weekend. At first it did not bother me much, however, she would come along with us everywhere, even to movies and our dates. Mark was okay with it, stating that his mother was lonely. I wanted to tell him that she was interfering too much, but I was afraid he would think I was always complaining. After a few days, we were leaving for our honeymoon in Hawaii. I thought I would finally get some peace with just my husband, and then I could talk to him about it. But my plan was about to be ruined, and I had no idea about it. While we were packing, Victoria came to our room.
Hey, Mum, we are leaving for Hawaii tomorrow. What shall I buy you from there?
You do not need to buy anything, because I am coming with you.
I was packing my dresses. I stopped packing and looked at her surprisingly. I thought I did not hear it right. What did you say?
I said I'm coming with you on the Hawaii trip.
It's not a trip, Victoria. It is our honeymoon.
Yes, Mum, how can you come on our honeymoon? That isn't right.
What is wrong with it? You're going far away from me for 10 days. How will I live alone here? But you just keep your mouth shut. Do not instigate my son.
Hey, Mum, she's not doing anything like that, and even if you want to come, tickets and all bookings cannot be made now. Why don't you go to your sister's place for a few days? We'll go on a family trip some other time.
You do not have to care about booking. I have already booked plane tickets. Thank goodness they were available, and we can just adjust hotel bookings.
But, Mum...
And Victoria started crying. How evil is she? She had already planned to hijack my honeymoon by booking tickets all in advance without even letting us know. But Mark couldn't see that. He just used to think his mum was sad and alone. But I had gotten to know her before marriage itself. Victoria was clearly manipulating my husband and snatching him away from me. Mark couldn't see her crying.
Okay, Mum, you start packing. We'll go tomorrow. But Mark... It's okay, honey. She can't live alone here. I'm sure she'll give us our private space, won't you, Mum?
Oh, sure, dear.
I got furious at her smile but couldn't react in front of Mark. Victoria was so happy to invade my honeymoon. She was always making jokes about me with my husband, stealing the moments I should have shared with Mark. Even during the plane journey, she changed seats with me, saying she had some phobia. I was getting angry looking at her wasting our
pink moments. I knew she was doing it on purpose, so I decided to teach her a lesson. I made a pretty solid plan so that she couldn't come between me and Mark too much. We arrived at the hotel and made all the arrangements. At least now I'll have some alone time with my husband, I thought. That night was romantic, with beautiful scenery and only us together. After such a long time, I looked into his eyes. We did not have this chance for so many days because of my mother-in-law. We used to get only a few moments alone apart from work and other things, but my mother-in-law was snatching them away too. I felt relieved that she couldn't come here. We were about to have a moment, and there was a knock at the door. At first I got scared and surprised. How can anybody from the hotel knock when we had a "Do Not Disturb" sign on the door? I got angry at whoever was behind those doors. Mark went to open the door. "Mother?" I got furious. "Is she here too? Is she going to sleep in our room now?" "Oh, did I disturb you?" "No, nothing like that." "Actually, the comforter in my room is not at all comfortable. Can you arrange another one for me?" Mark looked at me in a pleading way and went with her. I waited for Mark for about an hour, but he didn't come. I was so tired and I fell asleep. In the morning, I found Mark next to me sleeping. As I looked at him, he suddenly woke up. "Hey, sweetheart, good morning." "Morning." "I'm so sorry, actually. Yesterday I went with Mum and she started talking, so I sat there for some time. Then I came back and you were sleeping." "For some time? I waited for you for about an hour. You just went to get a comforter, right?" "Hey, relax. What is wrong with you?" "Me? No, something is wrong with your mum. She's been coming between us since we got married. First she tried to hijack my marriage plans, then our dates. Does she even come on our dinner dates? And she's just pretending to be alone. Do you even understand what we are missing out because of her?" Mark went silent. I thought I spoke too much. "I'm sorry about yesterday. I understand how you feel about this. I promise I'll try to get more alone time with you." "Okay, and don't feel bad. It's not because of you. I'm just frustrated." "Yes, I understand." Though Mark promised me that he would spend time with me, I knew it was not going to happen. My mother-in-law would not let that happen, so I decided to execute my plan. Mark went to freshen up, and I dialed a number on my phone. "Hello?"
"Hello?"
"I am Mark's wife, Sarah."
"Mark, my son?"
"Yes."
"Oh, sure, Sarah. Let me know your address. We can meet."
Daniel was Victoria's ex-husband, and they got divorced when Mark was 12 years old. Victoria won the custody case by making false allegations against Daniel, and Daniel had to leave. He then came to Hawaii and started a business. Victoria had kept Mark away from Daniel, and neither was involved in the others' lives. Daniel's hotel was at the next spot we were about to visit. I finished the call, and Mark came out.
"Hey, shall we go for breakfast?"
"Oh, actually, my stomach is a little upset. Why don't you take your mum?"
"What happened? Are you still mad at me?"
"Oh, no. I'm just having some stomach issues."
"Okay, I'll send a lemonade. Take care."
"Yes, thank you." As Mark and Victoria went for breakfast, I called Daniel.
"Hello, Sarah."
"Hi."
"It's good to see Mark all grown up and having a wife like you. I'm sure you are having a happy marriage."
"Mark is wonderful, but the problem is Victoria."
"Oh, tell me about her. I have experience. What did she do?"
"She is interfering a lot and trying to control our married life. She keeps Mark so occupied. I don't get enough time with him. She even joined us on our honeymoon."
"What? She came with you on your honeymoon? That is terrible." "That is the problem with Victoria. She is so controlling. That's the reason why we separated, and she'll do anything to gain control over the things she wants."
"I feel sorry for what happened to you, Daniel. But I will not let her steal my husband and my married life. I will teach her a lesson."
"Yes, you should. But how?"
"With you, Daniel. That's why I invited you. I invite you to join the honeymoon trip."
"Honeymoon trip?"
"Well, it is no longer a honeymoon trip. You can just call it a trip. I need your help to teach Victoria a lesson."
"Oh, I would do anything to teach her a lesson. Tell me your plan."
I shared my entire plan with Daniel, and of course, he agreed. It was no longer our honeymoon. It was a revenge trip. Mark and Victoria arrived, and then we went shopping. Afterward, I insisted on surfing. Victoria was afraid of surfing, so we had fun, but her face was priceless while Mark and I were enjoying our time together. This was just the beginning, and there was a lot more to come. We didn't even realize that it was evening. "Are you done playing with your wife like kids? I'm hungry." "Oh, sorry, Mum. It was so much fun, we didn't even realize it." I smiled at Victoria and her face turned red. "Let's go eat something now. I know a very good restaurant." "Let's go then." The restaurant was cozy and cute with delicious food. The waiter came to take our order. "Just give us 5 minutes, our guest is arriving." "Who? What guest? I think I'll starve here." "Oh, he's here." Daniel arrived and Mark was so surprised. Victoria turned to see who it was and her expression changed from irritated to furious. "What is this nonsense? What are you doing here, Daniel? And how dare you invite him?" Mark's expressions showed surprise, sadness, and happiness while Victoria turned completely red. "Relax, guys. I met him this morning when I went to book a hotel for our next stop. He was friendly, so I invited him for dinner. How do you guys know him?" "Sarah, he is my father." What a small world. "Get out of here! What do you want now?" "Relax, Victoria, you haven't changed at all except your face got old." Mark and I laughed at his joke while Victoria looked at us angrily. "I am a guest here, and you cannot just kick me out as you did from home." "I missed you. I feel terrible to have missed seeing you grow up. I'm sure you wouldn't have had any problems because Victoria stole all my property, so I'm sure you have had good resources." "It's okay, Dad. The past is gone now. I'm so happy to see you today." "Yes, me too." "Sarah, you've done a wonderful thing unknowingly. I'm thankful." "I'm happy for you, dear. Why don't you join us on this trip, Daniel? Anyways, it's no longer a family trip." "Oh, it would be good if you and Mark were okay." "Sure." "Dad, why not?" "Not at all. I'm not okay." "I did not ask you." "It's okay, Mum. It's been so many years. You can at least stop hating each other." Due to the constant criticism and taunts, Victoria had gotten upset. At that moment, Mark went against her. She got furious and left the room. "She hasn't changed at all. It's okay, Dad. She'll be okay in some time, but I'm happy that you are joining us." Well, I was the happiest one there. Now Victoria would have understood how it feels to constantly be criticized and when things go out of your hands. I moved to the next part of our plan. "Hey, actually, Daniel has a wonderful hotel. Why don't we shift there? It's big and the rooms are cozy. Victoria will be relaxed there." "That's a good idea. The next stop is also close to there. We can shift." "Wonderful. I will start packing." Daniel and I exchanged a familiar smile. In the morning, we moved to the new hotel. Mark didn't tell Victoria that Daniel was the hotel owner, otherwise she would have objected. The hotel was cozy and well maintained, but not for Victoria. We got 2 rooms, one for us and one for Victoria. Ours was the honeymoon suite. Mark was only mine that day, and we slept peacefully because Victoria couldn't disturb us. Here is what happened. Victoria was very upset with me because Daniel was my guest, and he made Victoria feel very bad. So she decided to trouble us at night. It was the middle of the night, and Victoria couldn't sleep because of the mosquitoes. She fought with me and took a bigger sea-facing room. But the mosquitoes didn't let her sleep. Although she knew there was a repellent in the room, she still wanted Mark to find it. She went to call Mark, but the door wouldn't open at all. Daniel did a trick so that the door could only be opened from the outside. Victoria tried calling room service, but the phone was with Daniel, and he knew why she was calling, so he did not respond. Victoria's plan failed, and I won. In the morning, Mark went to call her, but before that, I went to her room and kept the key near the pillow while she was sleeping. Mark opened her room's door. "Hey, Mum, let's go for breakfast." "Oh, thank God somebody came! What stupid hotel is this? I was calling for help the whole night. I could not open the door." "Oh, let me check." Mark checked the door. It seemed fine. The key near Victoria's pillow grabbed his attention. "Come on, Mum, there is a key near your pillow. You could have opened it from inside." Victoria was surprised to see the key and could not answer Mark. "Come on, Mum, for this small thing you created a drama." Mark had also started feeling that she was trying to invade between him and me for unnecessary reasons. Victoria got embarrassed, thinking how she could not notice that key. But more than that, she was surprised that her son talked back. Mark never did that before. We went for breakfast. Mark and I sat closer, and ordered our favourites. Victoria ordered porridge. Daniel bought the food as per our plan. He added salt to a spoon and kept it in Victoria's porridge. Mark was about to feed me. "What is this food? So much salt!" Mark stopped feeding me and my face changed to sad, and he noticed.
"What is the problem, Mum? How exactly did you cough when I was feeding her?"
"Oh, so this girl started manipulating you now. I did not do it on purpose. You taste it." As Victoria had already eaten a spoonful of salt, the rest of the porridge was normal.
"Oh my God."
"See, even you were surprised. It has too much salt."
"No, this is delicious. Why did you never make it like this before?" "What?"
Victoria tasted it again, and it was normal, of course. Mark gave her a disappointed look. She did not say anything for the rest of breakfast time. Mark and I went to the room after breakfast.
"I think you are right."
"About what?"
"Mum is trying to interfere a lot. I've noticed that since yesterday. Without any reason, she tries to separate us."
"Yes, that is what I was telling you." Victoria went to her room. There was water on the stairs. She did not see that and fell. We heard the voice.
"Hey, Mum, are you okay?"
"What a stupid hotel! Can't they place a wet signboard?" Mark looked back and the signboard was there.
"The signboard is there, Mum. You've become too clumsy."
Victoria saw the signboard. It was not there before. Daniel removed it while she was going to her room and placed it again. Mark took her to the room. Her back was in pain and she could not get up. We advised her to stay in the room. For those 2 days, Mark and I had so much fun without any interference. Then we sat on a beach. I missed us.
"Hey, now I know exactly what you meant when you said I don't get time with you. Mum did not do right, and I have also understood that. I'm sorry for ignoring this."
"It's okay, love. At least you've understood it now."
"It's getting dark. Let us go back to the hotel. I'll talk about this with Mum."
When we went back to the hotel, we had fighting. All the servants were gathered near Victoria's room. Victoria and Daniel were fighting. We went closer and decided to wait. "So this hotel is yours? That is why I'm facing so many troubles."
"Yes, it is mine, and you are paying for what you have done. You took all my property, my son, and even made false allegations against me. How can I let go of this opportunity?"
Mark heard that and was surprised. He did not know that his mum won the case by making false allegations against his dad. "He's my son, and I can only control you. Neither you nor that stupid girl."
"You are such a control freak, Victoria. Our relationship broke because of this, and now you hopped on your son's honeymoon? Have some limits."
"You do not teach me what to do. Sarah is becoming important for my son, and I will not let that happen. I'll separate them at any cost." Mark went inside.
"Enough, Mum. So that was your true intention. I thought you were alone and you loved me so much that's why you wanted to come with us. But you just wanted control over my life."
"It's not like that, Mark. Your wife, Sarah, and Daniel have made me suffer the whole trip by embarrassing me constantly."
"I know. I heard everything. But you need to understand why they did this. You're interfering in everything. From our dinner dates to movies to our honeymoon. I was a fool that I failed to understand how Sarah might be feeling."
I was satisfied that Mark understood my feelings. My revenge was served. "I know I did everything intentionally, but I have a fear that she will snatch you away and you will never come back to me." "No, Victoria, I will never do that. He is your son and he loves you. How can I do this? You have a big misunderstanding. He'll never go away from you."
"Yes, Mum, she will not do that. Sarah respects you a lot in our relationship."
"I knew inside that she is a good girl, but the fear of you going away made me crazy. I'm sorry, Mark and Sarah, for hopping on your honeymoon. I cannot even say sorry to Daniel. I've made so many mistakes."
"It's okay. The past is gone. I just want to say that instead of controlling others' lives, live your life happily."
"Yes, I will. Mark and Sarah, you go on one more honeymoon trip as a gift from me. I won't hijack that."